Chapter 9, Mishnah 9. The Mishnah discusses two women who have a fixed time for their period based on physical symptoms. In the first case, the woman would always see a flow of Niddah blood at the beginning of the fixed times for her period. For example, if her physical symptom was sneezing, then she would always begin her period when she started sneezing. If on one occasion she did not see any flow of Niddah blood until she was almost finished sneezing, the law is as follows. All the Torahs that she prepared, i.e. touched during the fixed times that she sees experienced her physical symptoms, are ruled tame. Since she normally sees blood when she starts sneezing, we assume that the blood flowed from her womb at that time and made her tame as a niddah, but it's not come out of her body until later. Therefore, all of the Torahs that she touched while she was sneezing are ruled tame. In the second case, the woman would always see a flow of niddah blood at the end of the fixed times for her period, i.e. when she was almost finished sneezing. In her case, the law is different. All the taharas that she prepared, i.e. touched, during the fixed times that she experienced her physical symptoms are ruled tahor. Since she normally does not see Niddah blood until she is almost finished sneezing, we have no reason to assume that she became Tameh any earlier. The Mishnah now discusses a more common type of Veset, fixed time, for a woman's period. One which is based on time, that is, she always begins her period on the same day of the month or after a certain number of days since her last period. We learned above that a period based on physical symptoms can be narrowed down to a certain part of the day, i.e., either at the beginning of her symptoms or at the end of them. The Mishnah presents a dispute whether the same is true for a period based on time. Rabbi Yossi says days and hours are also able to exact fixed times for a period. That is to say, not only can a woman have a fixed day of the month for when she expects her period, but if she always begins her period at a specific hour of the day, when this hour becomes established as her fixed time, and she is permitted to her husband before and after this hour. The Mishnah now gives an example of this law. If she would always see a flow of Niddah blood right before sunrise of the specific day of her period, she is only forbidden to have relations with her husband right before sunrise, but she is permitted to have relations for the entire night up until this time. She is also permitted to her husband during the next day because the time of her fixed period has passed. Another Tana disputes this view. Rabbi Yehuda says when the woman did not begin her period right before sunrise, as she usually does, then the entire day is permitted for her to have relations with her husband because the time of her fixed period has passed, as Rabbi Yossi said above. But during the entire night before sunrise, she is forbidden to have relations. According to Rabbi Yehuda, when it comes to fixed periods based on time, we do not take into account the specific hour of the day. So, a woman is therefore forbidden to have relations with her husband during the entire night that she is expecting her period.